Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Carl Ross Sr. And this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I want to make sure I give a shout out to everyone that's listening all over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ross Cloud Podcast. We really do appreciate you guys for tuning in and listening. So we have a very special guest in the building. We have the one and only entrepreneur, Mr. Christopher Bailey.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm doing well, man. Thank you so much for joining us on today and gracing us with your presence, man. You know, I want to take the people on a little journey, man, with your story. Without, we don't have to divulge of too much information, but just a little, just to inspire some people and motivate some people to let them know that the experience that you have gone through has got you where you are today and what you do on today. So we'll start from here. Let's tell the folks where you're from.
I'm from Georgia.
Right on.
Albany, Georgia.
Yes.
Southwest Georgia. And been here pretty much all my life, other than staying in the military, but that's where I'm from.
Oh, man, that's awesome, man. That is so awesome. Would you say some of the core values, of course you learned them from home, but, sometimes as young adult men, sometimes we need a little extra guidance to help us further this maturity as we go into manhood. Would you say that the military was a huge impact on your life to help you continue to further the discipline that you have today?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
10 years in the military. Big impact on my life.
Sure.
A lot of people say I've been out now, man, 20-something years.
Oh, wow.
I act as if I'm still in the military.
It usually stays with us, man. Thank you for your service too. Yeah, it usually goes along with us, and as a result of that, we're able to do a lot of the things that we're doing today because of it. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's tell the folks what you do.
Well, I am I own restaurants, Taste Wings.
I love it.
I also do travel, exclusive, exotic world travel.
Yes.
And those are my two businesses. And that's primarily what I do every day from day to day.
Oh, man, that's cool, man. So how did you get into the restaurant business? What was that journey like? Let's start with the restaurant business.
Well, when I was in high school, my first job was a restaurant.
Gotcha.
Western Sizzling, if anybody remembers that.
I definitely do.
Oh, yeah. And when I joined the military, I wanted to go in as a data processor.
Gotcha.
But they were phasing that rate out. So I went on a 2x6 program, 2-year reserve, 6-year active. So my 2 years was up, and my master chief said, "Hey, Bailey, what do you want to do?" I said, "Hey, if you can send me to culinary school, I'll stay in another 6 years." How many of you?
Right.
And they made that happen. So I went out to California and went to my A school. I went to my culinary arts school in St. Augustine.
Oh, love it.
So I have a culinary arts degree.
Awesome.
From the military, and that's how I became what I am now.
I got you, man. I'm sure you saw some hard days, some good days, and some bad days. We have a lot in common when it comes to that. I did the same thing in the military. I didn't further my career with it. I attempted to, and then found out that as I've gotten older, I don't think I want to do it, brother.
Well,
yeah.
I always enjoyed cooking.
Sure.
Always. And as I was in college, I got my BS degree in business.
I love it.
A bachelor's degree in business, and my master's in entrepreneurship. So I put 3 degrees together: business, entrepreneurship, and my culinary arts degree.
Makes
So,
sense. It makes sense.
right.
Yeah,
So I'm in the business that I love doing.
absolutely. Key word.
Catering.
That's the key word right there. You love it. You really have a
Right.
passion for it, Chris. And I think that speaks volumes, the importance of tapping into that passion. And so it sounds like you tapped into it as soon as you knew it automatically exactly what you wanted to do.
Well, I always knew I was going to be in business,
Mm,
but I didn't know what.
sure.
But when I was released out of the military in '99, I knew what I wanted.
Gotcha.
Uh, I went into management for Popeyes. I left Popeyes and went to Barn Hills Buffet, um, or Lovett's Buffet is what they call them. And I went on to Cracker Barrel.
Mm,
So after those three, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do my own thing.
yeah.
And that's what I did. I started doing my own thing. So
I love it, man. I love that. A lot of people don't know the amount of work that goes into that goes into the restaurant business. Could you elaborate a little bit on the amount of work and time and dedication that it takes to be successful in that business? Whether it's because I heard you say you did full service and you did short order. So you can talk about both of those. Both of those it's hard work and it's a great level of dedication. Can you talk about that?
my main thing is this, Chris.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's short order or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
do it right the first time.
Mm.
Make it right the first time. Good customer service. Um, you can have if you're not going to always have all two.
Sure.
It's three avenues. But if you got two of the three avenues,
Yeah.
you do good. Customer service, quality food, and presentation.
Yes.
Um, but yes, it's long and hard. It's long and hard, and yeah, do it right. Just do it right the first time. That's my motto. Just do it right.
Yeah, I got you. You're like skipping over all of the other stuff. If
Yeah.
it's something that you're interested in, your passion will kind of supersede the pain that you may feel in your feet and your legs and stuff like that. How important how important is it for if you're deciding to go into the restaurant business and further it to become a restaurateur like yourself? What would you say to a person that was doing that was married and that has a family? How important is your spouse? How important is the role that your spouse is going to have to play in supportive wise in what you're doing?
You got to be there
Yeah.
because there's going to be some long days, some long nights, and if you don't have that, one or two things are going to be missing.
Yeah.
Either you're going to miss that home life, or you're going to miss that restaurant.
Mm.
You know, the restaurant sustains that life. I'm gonna tell you what a guy told me when I first started out.
Yeah.
He was it was a store next door and they did lottery. He was over playing Keno every day, and he would come over and get 20, 30, 40 wings and take them back over to the store.
Yeah.
So he came in one day. He said, "Hey man, you finally made it." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I haven't made it." He said, "Yeah. You got people in here every day sitting down eating." I said, "I don't think I've made it."
Right.
What makes you think I've made it? I just have this one store. And he proceeded to tell me why he thought I made it. I was like, okay, cool. But the thing with him was he was like, "Hey, when was the last time you took a vacation?"
Mm.
I was like, "It's been some years." And my baby at the time, I'm sorry, my baby was 4 or 5 years old, and I had older kids. They was a teen.
Sure.
And at that time, my baby was in her teens.
Mm.
He said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you, young man, you need to take time for yourself." I said, "Well, yeah, I know." And that guy, man, that same day, I didn't know he was rich, but he went and bought me a 7-day cruise for two. He said, take time for yourself. He said, always take time for yourself because uh, if you're dead and gone, either your kids are going to run it or somebody else is going to run it, but this business is going to be here or not. Always take time for you.
Mm.
And that's where, like you asked me, your spouse, they play a big role.
Sure.
A big role. You have to go home and discuss things. If the payroll wasn't met this week, or how can I make it? Can you help me with this? It's a lot of scenarios.
Sure. Sure.
But if you have a spouse or a significant other, they play a big role into your business.
I love that, man. I love that. So have your has your family also got their hands dirty with you?
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a 12-year-old grandson. I try to leave him every week, man. I try to leave him at home.
Yeah.
He's in that car every weekend, and he loves coming up here for some reason. I'm like, okay, well. And then my daughter, she just graduated from Bethune-Cookman.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She comes over and she helps. For instance, when I just went on vacation back in June.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm gone, she does all the food ordering. She does all the payroll. She makes sure the day-to-day is met, running to the bank, or whatever.
Sure.
So she knows how to do it.
Yeah.
My two grandboys, they come up and help. But yeah, family comes over and help.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that's beautiful, man. I think that's so awesome. Thank you for sharing that little intimate moment with us, man, as it pertains to your family and the role that they play within your family. And you got your grandson involved. I think that's so hilarious, man. He gonna jump in that car with Papa and go, ain't he?
He gonna come, man. He gonna every week.
Yeah.
I try to leave him every week.
Yeah.
He'll sit on the doorstep, or he'll go sit by the car. I thought I left you sleep.
No, sir. That's your superstar right there. He in it to win it, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. What are some of the tough things? I heard you mention the food order. Can you tell the folks how important it is for you to make labor, make the food cost, everything that comes along with that? How important is that to sustain your business as well?
If you're ordering too much,
yeah,
you can always save it for the next day, or whatever, next week.
Sure.
But you wanna order just enough to get you by. For instance, I get a truck Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mm.
Or Mondays and Friday. Wednesday I can cut out.
Gotcha.
Monday's order is replenished from the weekend, so I have to order from Monday to Friday, and Friday is for the weekend. So your numbers, you have to have projection.
Yes.
You can either go week to week, or month to week, or year to date.
Sure.
You can look back at your numbers from last year and say, hey, look, this is what I did, this is what I need. But since COVID, it's a little different.
Yeah.
You can do week to week, and your weeks are pretty much the same. But pre-COVID, you always want to look at your numbers from last year, because that's going to give you your percentages of if you need to order this much more or this much less, depending on your numbers.
Sure.
You want to stay about 35-40% of food costs.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's a good number.
Mm-hmm.
30%. And it works.
Sure. And that's based off of your sales too. Am I correct? Based off of sales, right? I know everything is dollars and cents when it comes to that business. So what are some of the challenges, man? Do you deal with? And again, this is not to divulge of too much information, but how are you coming along when it comes to your paper costs with ketchup and mustard and those things right there? How does that affect your business as well? The cups, the lids, the straws, all of that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I went to Alaska a couple of years ago, and they took us by this trash pile in the middle of the ocean, and it was something like 5 miles wide, 5 miles, 5 miles by 5 miles.
Sure.
So roughly a small city.
Mm-hmm.
Small city. It had everything from water bottles, drinking cups,
Wow.
styrofoam. The little, I call them wrappers
Yeah. Yeah.
that you get the cokes in, or the a 6-pack of beer or whatever.
Yes.
That holds
Yes.
it together. They had all of that in the ocean. All
Mm.
of that.
Wow.
And the guy that was giving us a tour, he got out and walked on top of this plastic.
Wow.
This is in the middle of the ocean. So when I came back, I started doing everything paper. It don't hold up good.
Yeah.
Paper plates, paper cups. You tried the paper straws. They don't hold up.
Oh, no, sir.
And so what I did was I just cut out one thing. After I done all that,
Sure.
and found out it don't work, I cut out straws. So I don't sell straws at all.
Wow.
Right. And I had to go back to plastic because that paper just didn't hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paper costs, and well, let me say it different. It's really not bad. So you got 1% or 2% of your cost in paper.
Okay. Got you.
When I say paper goods, plates, napkins, cups, you got 2 to 3%.
Sure.
And I also buy my crew the plastic cups just for them.
Yes.
Okay, styrofoam cups are for the customer, plastic cups are for you.
Correct.
I even went as far as to buy them their own personal cups. So if you want anything to drink, use this cup. Use your cup.
Mm.
Oh, that saves.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, paper cost is not bad.
Sure.
1%, 3%. It's the food now that's costing.
Oh man, I can imagine. I'm sure because of COVID. How did you manage, man, during COVID, and what was your bounce back like during COVID?
Now I had 4 stores.
Mm.
I closed one. When COVID hit, the store I'm in now, we stayed, man, we had a line down the block.
Wow.
Because we had to go out to them. We set up a tent out front, and people would come in their cars and they would place their orders. We would send it back in, bring it out to them.
Mm.
Tell them, hey, let's do back around.
Yes, sir.
But we had one store that did nothing.
Mm.
When I say nothing, we did the same setup. Had to drive through, no business.
Wow.
So we shut that one down for about 6 months, and we opened back up. The sales, well, let me say it like this. We're down 70% at that store.
Mm-hmm.
The store I'm in now, we was up. We was up over 100, 130%.
Wow.
So, but the thing is, food prices start going up.
Sure they did.
So we had to go up,
Mm-hmm.
to adjust.
Sure.
And we're still adjusting.
Yes.
Because we thought the prices was going to stop,
Mm-hmm.
which they did, and we thought they were going to come down.
Yeah. Not at all, huh?
Now, chicken, we sell mostly chicken.
Yeah.
Wings. Our wings stopped,
Mm.
and they've been stagnant now for about 6 months.
I got you.
But everything else is keep going up, even paper goods.
Wow. I think that's cool. Do you think a lot of that has to do with the distributor or just the economy on the whole, especially with this war happening in Ukraine?
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay.
Even when we just got out of war. Think about it. We was in war with Afghanistan for 14, 15 years.
Yes, sir. We sure was.
Even when it started,
Mm-hmm.
prices went up a little bit, but they came back down.
Yeah.
I think it's the government.
I got you.
I'm gonna tell you what I tell my friends.
Sure.
I said I think that they're trying to push this $15 minimum wage.
Woo.
So think about it. Everything goes up except the wages. So once they get to where they need to be, then they're going to push that.
I got you.
Nah,
that's okay. We get it. I think it's good that people hear your opinion and your perspective on that, because you're actually in it. And so you get to see it all from a whole nother angle than everybody else. And so with that happening and with COVID and everything else that you just talked about, have you seen much of your turnover rate being affected? Is your turnover rate pretty good?
I don't have a lot of turnover.
Man, I commend you on that, man, because I know that's tough. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can tell you this. I had a guy to leave that had been with me for years.
Wow.
And I had been trying to replace him. I replaced him 5 times.
Oh, good gracious.
That's how many people I went through to replace that one guy.
Wow.
But my other people that have been with me, they've been with me. I've been open now since 2004.
Yeah.
But the majority of my crew has been with me ever since I, opened whatever stores I've opened.
Man, that's to be commended. That's really to be commended, brother. That has happened for you, Chris. That's super awesome, man. So let me ask you this, man, and then I'm gonna ask you like 5 questions, and then you can just give me an answer to them the best way you can. So, what are 3 of the most important habits to be a successful entrepreneur?
3 of the most.
Yeah.
You have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You have to listen. 1. You have to be flexible without giving away your integrity, or you have to be flexible.
Gotcha.
Because people have different things going on now, and
sure,
it's just crazy out there now.
Yeah.
And the 3rd one is just be true, be honest with the people.
Yeah. And I know that can be difficult sometimes, but if you in business, it shouldn't be hard. It should be kind of easy, but I know for some, it can be difficult. What would you say out of those 3 habits was the hardest for you to conquer, or did you have any problems with those at all?
Being flexible. Because being in the military, you got that order.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah. I call them new kids. These new kids, man, they want to be on their phone. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Don't you have something to do? Yeah, but my mama just called. You got customers, man. Hey.
Right. Yeah, I'm laughing because now the shoe is on the other foot, because I remember when I first started in the restaurant business, that's exactly what happened with me. I was a teenager. I started with Hardee's. I started in the military, and then Hardee's. Before I went to the military, it was Hardee's and it was Western Steer. Once mom brought us back here to North Carolina, once we transitioned from Georgia back home to North Carolina, that was the first 2 restaurants, and then the rest of them, I remember coming up, that's what I would hear too. Hey man, nah, just because your shift over with don't mean you done.
That's right.
The work really just started, because you got to replenish and restock. So
yeah.
Yes, sir. You got to prep for the next shift. So I know that's a tough one for young folks. And like you said, the phones.
They don't know, man.
Yes, sir. You're right. So the next question, yes, sir. So the next question I have for you: what is a typical day like for you, Chris? Being a restaurateur, what is a typical day like for you?
It varies.
I got you.
It varies.
Yeah.
Let me cut this phone off right.
Sure thing, man. You're fine. You're a busy man.
Yeah, that varies.
Yeah.
Typical day. I say a Monday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Are laid back.
Okay.
It ramps up. Start ramping up Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. Oh man.
Oh, yes, sir. It's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on, man. You got wings too? Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now my lunch is every day. Lunch is crazy.
Oh, I believe that.
I got a lunch special that I've been doing for years.
Mm.
It's 5 wings, fries, and a drink for $5.
Oh, yeah, they coming.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, it's busy, man. A typical day,
Yeah.
you got to have your boots on.
Yes. You got to be ready to go, right? Okay, what are some of your favorite aspects of being an entrepreneur and why?
My favorite part is just being in business for myself.
The freedom.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I ran Cracker Barrels, other Popeyes.
Sure.
And you're seeing all this money coming in, and you're like, wow, I'm making all this money.
No, sir.
Rich. and that was my biggest thing. I was like, man, I can be doing this for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that the freedom part and financially.
Yeah.
Financially being stable.
Oh, man.
Something my uncle used to always tell me. He used to always say, hey, nephew, you got it made. I said, no, not really. He said, yeah, you do. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yes, sir.
And for years, man, I never knew what the heck he was talking about.
Yeah.
And one day we was in there we was prepping for another store. And he said it again. He said, hey, nephew, you got it made, don't you? I said, oh, you know what? You've been telling me this all these years. And I finally recognized what you was telling me. He said, what I'm telling you? He said, for them good days, I got to save for the bad days.
Yes,
said,
sir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for years, he would never tell me what he meant.
Yeah.
He said, nephew, you finally got it.
Yeah.
I said, man, the slow days, you got to save. You know, the good days, you got to save for the bad days.
That's right.
And that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, man, I think that's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to ask you one last question before we talk about the other business that you've embarked upon. But how do you stay on top of industry trends when it comes to the hospitality industry? Or do you even worry about that, Chris? You know.
I do and I don't.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
All right.
Because your customers are going to tell you what they want.
That's true. So true.
They're going to, like, we don't sell burgers at all. Never did. Hey, man, you need to sell a burger. No. We've been in business, like I said, since 2004.
Wow.
2004. Every year, you need to sell burgers. And every now and then, I'll try something new.
Sure. Sure.
We do these salads. And I think they might be other than wings, they might be the number one seller.
I believe that.
50 salads a day. 50 salads a day.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's doggone great, Chris, man. I'm elated, man, by listening to your story, man, but also, listening to you say, hey, I closed the restaurant, but you didn't quit. You didn't quit, Chris. You kept going. And can you tell the folks how important that is, that, yeah, you're going to have some good days and some bad days, but your faith sustained you to keep pushing forward, man. So could you say something to those restaurateurs or any entrepreneur, period, how important it is to not quit and to have faith and to understand that you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days?
Chris, when I'm going to say it like this. When I failed, I cried.
Yeah.
Because that store, I'm going to give you some numbers. We're a mom and pop store.
Yeah.
That store was doing almost $3,000 a day.
Woo.
And I couldn't find help.
Mm.
I was paying $15, $16, $17 an hour. I couldn't find help. I kept going through, and that was the only store that I kept going through people.
Yeah.
A guy called me one day and said, "Hey, man, are y'all open today?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I'm standing right here in the store right now." He said, "No, you're Warner Roberts." I said, "Yeah, they should be open."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you got two people sitting out here on the curb right now saying that the lady's not there." So I called and said, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And the cashier said, I forget the name, Miss Gray. Miss
Yeah.
Gray went to the store to buy some corn nuggets,
Oh Lord.
and that's all she went to get. I was like, "Well, that's not a reason to shut the store down."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But Chris, it was so bad. The people were, I don't know, they was lackadaisical or what, but
Yeah.
and I told them, I said, "Hey, look, this is gonna be the last week."
Mm.
I spent $150,000 at the store
Mm.
that was doing great.
Sure.
The people, I didn't have the people.
Yeah. Understood. And so you had to close the doors. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went home and cried. And I was like, "Hey, I failed." But
Yeah.
that failure didn't stop.
Yeah.
After that store closed, I went and opened another store.
Mm.
Still open, doing
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So the only time that you really fail, if you stop and give up.
Yes. Yes.
You got. I kept going. I knew this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
That and but you learn from your failures.
That's right. That's right.
You just have to pick it up, keep it up, and keep going.
Yeah.
Pick it up, keep going. So,
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. So we're going to give you some hand claps. You can't hear the hand claps, but brother, we're giving you some hand claps in this virtual world that's being created. But that's transition, man. That's transition. And now we've talked about you being a restaurateur. Now let's go on to this new business that you've embarked upon. And it may not be new. It may be new to me and to our listeners. But let's talk about the business that you have with travel.
Well, being in the military, you're always going somewhere.
Always. Yes.
And I was in the Navy for 10 years.
Oh, you really travel. You really travel.
Yes.
Yes,
And,
sir.
When I got out of the military, I tried it when I first got out.
Yeah.
And 26, 27, 28-year-olds, they ain't got no money.
No, sir.
So you looking at your friends and, "Hey man, why y'all don't want to go anywhere? Come on, let's go do this. Let's go."
Right.
But now, the older we are, that big number now.
Yes.
Some of us have expendable money.
That's right.
So I tried it again.
Okay.
And it's new to me also. I'm still trying.
Sure.
This time is a little bit better than last.
Okay.
I think that when that guy gave me that vacation, it set me off because I've been going on vacation. I do 3 a year.
Oh, good, man.
Me and my daughters, we go on a vacation every year somewhere.
That's awesome, Chris.
And then I go for my birthday, and then I'll go somewhere else with somebody, some other. I don't know. You probably don't know Ryan or remember Ryan.
I probably don't. It's been a while. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has a travel company.
Okay.
I'll go with them somewhere.
Okay. Cool.
So I go 3 a year.
All right.
Try to do 3 a year.
Sure.
So.
Well, what's the name of what's the name of your business? What's the name of the travel business?
Exclusive Exotic World Travel.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. That's a good name too.
Oh yeah.
That's an excellent name, man. And so would you say the prices are competitive compared to what you would typically pay if you did it yourself instead of going through an agency?
Well, depending on your level
okay.
of because it's different levels.
Sure.
The more benefits you can give to your client.
Got you.
Just say, for instance, if you and your wife wants to go to Costa Rica on a 5-day or 7-day event.
Okay.
We can have a bottle in your room every day. That's a benefit.
Well, that's sweet right there.
Right. So,
yeah.
An upgrade to first class.
Yeah.
when you're going all exclusive, everything's already ready. So
Absolutely.
All the food you can eat, all the drinks.
Yeah.
It's just different benefits.
Sure.
That you can incur if you were to do it by yourself. Stuff that you wouldn't know about.
Sure.
Free massages. It's just different things. And those massages are great.
I believe it, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I totally believe it, man. Yes. So, man, I think this has been just an awesome conversation, Chris. And I thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today to just talk about, you being an entrepreneur. And what would you say, and this will be in closing, and then I'll let you have the last word and give some encouraging words to those who, like you said, even if there's some people have quit, if you can say something to them to keep them motivated and you've already inspired them through your story. But what would you like to see so far as, and I always ask my brothers and sisters this question, what would you like to see from the perspective of Black and Latinos, Black and brown brothers and sisters? What would you like to see happen for us within either one of these industries? But if you could talk more about the hospitality industry.
I think, it's not enough of us in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off the range here.
Sure.
I had a guy, same industry. We do the same thing, right? And when they was giving out all this PPP and government money, what it was. Every brother that I saw that had a business, but I'm gonna use him as an example.
Sure.
I said, hey man, did you apply for XYZ?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear. I haven't heard of it. I said, well, here's the information.
Yeah.
You remember what I said? We do the same thing. We sell wings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He sell wings. I sell wings.
Yeah.
So I saw him again at the store. I said, hey man, did you get anything from that? He said, man, give me that information again. I gave it to him again. So I saw him again a third time. This is, some weeks passed or some days passed.
Yeah.
Hey man, I know you done got it by now.
Yeah.
He said, why are you helping me?
Wow.
I said, what do you mean? Why am I helping you? He said, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, the government giving you money. I don't give a doggone who you are.
Correct.
I'm trying to help you.
That's right.
Why wouldn't I help you?
Yeah.
He said, I'm just surprised that you'll help me and we're doing the same thing. I said, it's not about that, man.
Uh-huh.
I said, if you get anything from what we're saying right now, regardless of who it is, what they're doing, if the government is giving you some money, why wouldn't I tell you?
Exactly, man.
I said that to say this. We need to help each other. We don't need to talk down on. I'm going to tell you what happened in the barbershop. Same guy. They was talking about his food. I said, hey, man, don't. And I told the people, I said, don't do that. They said, well, what's wrong, Chris? I say, if it's bad, go tell them what happened.
Right.
They don't sit and talk about to other people that may not have ever tried it.
Right.
I said, don't do that. I said, y'all probably do it to me. I said, but I don't care.
Right.
I said, but I'm going to teach you this. We need to help us. Like you say, black and brown.
Yes, sir.
We need to help us.
Yes.
And if there's something wrong with his food and something the way he's doing, go tell him, hey, look, this is what happened. And if he don't fix it, just don't go back.
Right.
I said, allow him to fix it first.
Yeah.
I said, I never heard one of y'all say that he tried to fix it or he didn't try to fix it. I said, don't do that, man. I said, we all in this thing together and we need to help each other.
Yes.
Together.
Yes. Yes. So I love that, Chris. I love that. That's exactly what I'm always shouting on here, man. We've got to celebrate each other more. We've got to push each other more. And really, if we're somebody who has access to those resources, then that's all most of us want is just access. How can we where do we go? And we'll do the rest. We don't want anybody giving anything to us. We just want access. And if we can have the access and the resources, 9 times out of 10, we'll thrive and go for it. But again, we got to be willing as black and brown folks, we've got to be willing to share the information with each other, and get rid of the crab in the bucket mentality. Because really, if you go, that means I'm going to go too. And we'll see each other at the mountaintop. Because I think the goal for all of us is to establish wealth, within our family dynamics and generational wealth, to, a legacy, man. That's really what we all are just, we're striving for the same thing. So, brother, if you can get there before me, tell me what you did so that I can get there too. So listen, Chris. Yes. Help me up, man. And I love that, Chris. And again, man, I thank you so much for tuning in, man. And we're going to close out. But I want to tell you, man, thank you again, man. I think you totally an inspiration and a motivation to others, man, that are aspiring to be great, whatever that is. And, man, I salute you. You got something you want to say?
Hey, I thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Old classmate.
Right on.
Hadn't seen you in a while. When I saw you, I said, "Oh, that's Chris."
Yes. It's been a while, man. It's been a long while. When I saw your name pop up, I said the same thing. I said, "Oh, that's Bailey." Had been a while. Of course, we've gotten older and we change, and that's good. We should change. We should change, man. And, man, I thank you so much, man. And I want to say this to you, man. I try to say this to everybody that comes on. Brother, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for your success. And I pray continued success for you, man, as you continue to thrive in this world of being a restaurateur and just being an entrepreneur all overall, man. I wish you nothing but health and wealth and that you continue on to be everything that God would have you to be. So, Chris, thank you again for coming on. And listen, I hope that you guys have heard something on today that can help you become a better you. Listen, this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm Carl Ross Sr. Peace.